Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys back at the stream, being a part of the channel tonight. The Indiana Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, taking on the Dallas Wings, the final match before the Olympic break. For about a month, they'll be off in the WNBA due to the Olympic break, but Caitlin Clark, she has been playing phenomenal recently, averaging over 17 points per game in the last 10 games for Clark, averaging a double-double of basically 18 and 10 in the last 10 straight games, and playing much better than how she started off the season. She's been on a roll lately for Caitlin Clark, averaging above 20 points per game, just under 7 rebounds, above 7 assists per game, and around 3 steals per game when she has faced the bottom 4 opponents in the league. Tonight, the Indiana Fever, record of 11-14, 7th in the WNBA, is going to face the Dallas Wings, which is the last place team right now in the WNBA. They started off the season 3-2. They're just 2-17 ever since May 31st, 5-19 record. And this will be the final game before the Olympic break for Caitlin Clark. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well here. And usually in my poll I have, who do you think's going to win this game? Usually that's what I have for most of my polls, and I would put the two teams. Wanted to change it up a little bit today, so that's where I have in the poll question, how many points will Caitlin Clark score tonight? 0-9, 10-19, 20-29, or 30+. So make sure to vote on that poll if you haven't already done so. Angel, Charlisa, Ward, welcome in everybody tonight for this matchup. And Indiana started off struggling this season. They were tied for last in the WNBA with Washington in the month of May, but really turned things around. They're 8-4 their last 12 games. They won 2 straight games in a row. They picked up their best victory all season long on Sunday afternoon, where Indiana won on the road at the Minnesota Lynx 81-74 against the number 5 team in the WNBA, the highest ranked win this season for the Fever. The Fever trailed by 8 late stretch of the third quarter. They outscored Minnesota 28-14 in the fourth quarter to come on back and win. And Caitlin Clark, she still happened to score 17 points, even though she had an off game. Shot the ball just 5 for 17 from the floor, 2 for 11 from three-point range in an off game by Clark, but nevertheless still able to pick up the victory. 6 assists, 3 rebounds, much lower than what her averages have been this season. She had 3 straight games going into Sunday where she had 13 total assists each for Caitlin Clark. And I got some high expectations tonight on her. I think she's going to bounce back in a major way. Right now, it's kind of mind-boggling, the Fever. With all the momentum they have, they're just a 4.5-point favorite on the line currently. They were a 3.5-point favorite earlier this afternoon. And this Dallas Wings team has been banged up. They have 3 players listed out for this matchup today that will not be playing for Dallas, and they started off the season really well, but it's really fallen apart. Just 2 wins the last 19 games since the start of June. What's good? Bill in the street, welcome in. Yep, Caitlin Clark triple-double watch is on tonight for this matchup. Over on, so I was looking at one of the websites. I was shocked to see the rebound total so low. DraftKings Sportsbook has the Caitlin Clark over-under rebound total at just 5.5 for today's game, which is just crazy low. She's averaging over 6 rebounds per game. Last 10, she's averaging 6.9 against the worst, the bottom 4 opponents in the league. She's also averaging 6.9 rebounds per game for Caitlin Clark. And what they started for the last game for Dallas. They started a 6'7" center, and then after that, they only had one other front court player that they started, which was a forward, and she was listed at 6'2" for her height. So this is a very favorable matchup here for Caitlin Clark. This Dallas team allows the most points per game to opponents this season, just under 90 points per game they allow to their opponents. Worst defense in the WNBA. They allow the most assists per game to opponents at just under 23 to opponents, and the worst field goal shooting percentage defense at just under 47%. They're 10th in the WNBA in three-point shooting defense. So a lot of favorable stuff to go along with this for Caitlin Clark today. I'm looking for her to pop off in this game today, right to the finish line, and that will be taking her right to the point where she'll have a month off, leading the entire league right now. She overtook the top assist leader in the league on Sunday, averaging 7.8 assists per game right now. Hey, what's good, Mr. Fulton Mraz in the stream? Happy birthday. Celebrating his big 25. Wishing you a happy birthday coming up on Saturday. That's awesome, man. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Going to be tipping off in a couple moments from now for this matchup here. This is a standalone game in the WNBA tonight. There was one other game that finished up earlier. Minnesota Lynx won against the Atlanta Dream 86-79. And Indiana just came off the win on Sunday over Minnesota 81-74. Dallas coming off a loss at home against the LA Sparks 87-81, which LA picked up just their 6th win this season. LA right now is in 10th place in the WNBA. The standings are very tight between 12, 11, and 10, the bottom 3 teams in the league. And that is Dallas, who's last. This is the first meeting they played against each other this season. Washington, which is 6-19, and then LA, which is 6-18. Yeah, she should be able to shred this Dallas defense today. I'm looking for some big numbers by Caitlin Clark for this matchup right here. Just every single game just getting better and better and better. And right now looking like it's definitely been an Olympic snub for Caitlin Clark based on how her numbers have skyrocketed. First 13 games for her were before she was picked for the Olympics, but the previous 11, she has really gone off in the last 11. She's averaging a double-double in the last 10 for her. Saw Celtics picked up a big win in the Summer League. Finished a couple moments ago that they won as well against Charlotte. So NBA Summer League games been going on all throughout the course of the week. Saw Alex Sarr went 0 for 15 yesterday in the number 2 pick in this past draft. Already a bunch of Summer League games have finished already. Heat won against the Mavs 92-79. Knicks by 1 over the Kings 106-105. Great to see Tyler Kolek, man. Awesome game by him today. 21 points, 8 assists. Utah Jazz beat the Raptors 86-76. Celtics won against the Hornets. That wrapped up a moment ago 89-84. Hey, what's good? Ice Ice Baby in the street. Welcome back in. Going to tip off here in a matter of moments. Indiana Fever taking on the Dallas Wings. First matchup between these two teams this season. The final game before the 1-month Olympic break. And Caitlin Clark will be playing in the All-Star game on Saturday night. So it'll be Team WNBA. She'll be playing for Team WNBA alongside Angel Reese. Both of them playing for Team WNBA against Team USA in the All-Star game. That's 8:30 p.m. Saturday night. I'm hoping to cover that one as well. That should be a big stream too. So, want to do some WNBA streams. There's been some really solid viewership. I've done a couple of these Caitlin Clark WNBA streams. It's reached over 1,000 plus viewers every single time, which is like basically more than what I covered for like college during the regular season and more than some of the NBA regular season streams too from the past. So, hopefully we'll see if we can keep it up here with these WNBA streams. Unfortunately, this is the only one for the next month since they're off on Olympic break, but hoping to be back on Saturday night covering the All-Star game for the WNBA. Indiana's up to number 7 right now in the standings, 11-14. Dallas, last place team in the standings today. Hey, what's good? Daniel, Vaughn, welcome back in here, guys. Jake on the channel, welcome back in. Yeah, Mr. Top's been doing pretty well. It's been quite steamy and hot outside. I think it's supposed to end today. We're supposed to get like thunderstorms coming in next couple hours, and then after that it's supposed to be like much more cooler and refreshing. It was like tropical. Like we had like dew points in the 70s all throughout this week. Hey Jericho, welcome in. I just up my microphone right here, so you should get me a little bit better right now. Top player for Dallas, averaging 22 points per game. That's Arike Ogunbowale for the Dallas Wings, leading the team this season. It was Odyssey Sims who scored 23 points during the last game for Dallas, which led all players. They last played on Saturday. Fever last played on Sunday. Fever really getting on a roll lately. 8-4 their last 12. Just 2-15 in the last 17 for Dallas. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Katie Lou Samuelson, Alyssa Smith, Aaliyah Boston, starting 5 for Indiana, going up against Odyssey Sims, J.C. Sheldon, Arike Ogunbowale, Natasha Howard, and Tiara McCowan. That's the starting 5 for Dallas. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here. About to get ready for this matchup. Fever's last game before the 1-month Olympics break. They'll be back in action a month from now in mid-August. Red jerseys, white numbers, white letters for the Fever. Looking to close it out on a high note here, on a bang to close out the first part of the season. Dallas, white uniforms, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters, and that lime green outline left to right on the floor for Dallas, right to left for Indiana. The ball got tipped out of bounds off the jump ball, and it was touched out, according to the referees, by the Fever. So Dallas will get the first possession. Inbound for Dallas now, left to right on the floor. Sevi Uzun, her pass gets intercepted, and a steal here by Indiana leads to the easy layup. Alyssa Smith able to cash it in for 2 if they're going to count it, but no, referees actually don't in transition, so they take away the bucket there and call a turnover out in transition by Indiana, so they will not get awarded the bucket, and now Dallas will have their second possession of the game. Odyssey Sims on top, lob down low off the pivot, and a score up and in off the glass here. McCowan on the board to begin for Dallas, a quick 2-zip lead. Indiana's second possession. Clark at the top of the key towards her right at the right wing perimeter. Clark has space, takes the 3 straight away off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Dallas. The Wings with their third possession of the night. Lob down low for the Wings, and a score up and in off the glass once again. 2 more by Tiara McCowan off the entry pass. 4-zip for the Wings now. Baseline dribble for Indiana as they will circle their way around. Mitchell outside to Smith. Alyssa Smith called in the travel. So rough start here for the Fever, all out of sorts to begin this game. Just 2 turnovers right out of the gate so far. Dallas with the possession. They're playing at the College Park Center out in Texas. And Dallas looks to power their way inside, and McCowan going up is she got it stripped out of bounds. So we'll stay Wings basketball here. Hey, what's good? Jay Ramirez, welcome back to the stream, man. Hope all is going well. Dallas looking for the inbound. They will. Huge rejection, though, by Aaliyah Boston at the last moment as she denies Tiara McCowan off the entry pass. Trying to float up that shot at the rim. She was open for a brief moment off the inbound, creating that separation, and Boston able to break through very late and was able to get a hand on it, swatted out of bounds. Baseline jumper missed around the rim and out. No good by Dallas. Rebound secured here for Indiana. Caitlin Clark brings it up the floor now. It's Clark looking to get on the board, and she moves it off to her teammate down low. There's the first bucket of the game. That is Aaliyah Boston who scores in the layup. So finally on the board here for Indiana. Boston coming off 17.16 rebounds in the win over Minnesota. Rainbow three bricked off the back rim, went to the top of the backboard. The rebound controlled here by Nalissa Smith. Smith takes up the floor, handoff, burst of speed downhill to the rim. No good, missed layup by Mitchell. Offensive rebound, put back. Once again, another bucket by Indiana. Aaliyah Boston, back-to-back buckets. Been a low post game so far. Boston really just turning it up as a late missed pass out of bounds. Turnover committed by Dallas. That's too tall on the pass there by Odyssey Sims off the entry pass. Caitlin Clark. 1 assist so far to begin. Tries to free up space to the right wing. Clark bounce pass down low. Boston rushed the layup. No good. Missed off the glass. Rebound controlled here by the Wings. The Wings take it up the floor. Burst of speed. Dribble drive over Samuelson. Kiss off the glass. Scores. That's number 24. Arike Ogunbowale on the board. 6-4 now for Dallas. Clark crosses midcourt, looking to see if she can score her first bucket of the game. Clark able to drive right past the defense. Clark right to the rim, scores, up and it off the backboard. Caitlin Clark, dribble drive penetration through the teeth of the defense, able to shake one defender. Jumper is good for the deep two. Pull up by Dallas to go up by 2. Scoring really starting to pick up right now. That is Ogunbowale who's able to make the last shot. Lou Samuelson sends it off to her teammate Mitchell off the screen. Tries to tiptoe the baseline. Mitchell coming off a great game on Sunday as Mitchell gets shoved out of bounds. She gets fouled. Clock will stop. Lou Samuelson inbound around the perimeter. Goes over to Clark. Clark dribbles up, already with 2 so far. Moves it off to the baseline, down low, and we get a foul here on the floor. So Nalissa Smith will shoot 2 coming up at the free throw line as she went up. And she gets fouled, so 2 free throws coming up here for the Fever by Smith. Yeah, it's incredible. She's just phenomenal what she can do as a playmaker. Like, everybody talks about how she drills like 30-footers for Clark, but she's just incredible what she can do as a playmaker for her. Hey, what's good? OG in the stream, welcome in. Digits in the channel, welcome in. Yeah, this is some pretty good weather for the Tortoise. Much better during right now than what it is during the winter time, as they split the free throws at the line. Deep 2 jumper off the offensive rebound goes down for the Fevers. It's now 9-8. That was Mitchell off the offensive rebound, who was able to put it up and through. Here's a 3 taken at the wing, right down the chute. That's good. Wow, some really good touch on that one. Ogunbowale delivers from downtown. That was an awesome stroke right there. 7 out of 11 so far, averaging 22 points per game. Clark, she's got 2 to begin alongside 1 assist. Moves it over to the wing. Dribble drive inside a key. Missed the layup by Mitchell, trying to go back door. Rebound control by Dallas here, crossing midcourt. Drive kick to the corner. Dallas inside. The lob goes over to the baseline. Jumper bricked off the backer by Ogunbowale and tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Indiana. They're showing that replay. That's an insane 3 that she made off the dribble by Arike for Dallas. Good competitive start here to this game. 11-9. Dallas really just out to a great start as they draw another 3. This team 5-19. Certainly not playing like a 5-19 to begin this game right now. They're making shot for shot lately. Back-to-back 3s that they made for Dallas. Clark on top, moves it off to Boston. Towards her left around the perimeter, off to Lou Samuelson. 5:20 left to go in the first. Mitchell tries a 3, missed off the back heel. Rebound controlled here for the Wings. Ogunbowale passes At the elbow off to McCowan. McCowan moves it back out top of the key off to Odyssey Sims. Sims gets around Clark at the elbow. Floats the pass down low. And they'll get it +1. So Tierra McCollum rolling down to the hoop. Got the bucket and one coming up here for Dallas. One free throw for the Wings. No good. Missed as it skipped around the rim and out. Boston collected the defensive rebounds. 16-9 for the bottom team in the WNBA, making a big response early on in this game here. Clark dribbles up to the right wing, slides it off to the low block, up fake, gets around one defender, and she scores up and off the glass. Aaliyah Boston gets the buckets. Should be 16-11 right now. She was able to swoop her way right past the defender. Absolute dime right there by Caitlin Clark. She moved it off to Boston at the low block. They're going to count it or no? We're going to leave it like this for right now. 16-11. That's what I got on my scoreboard. It didn't update on the ESPN scoreboard, but it went directly to a timeout. Now, over on the ESPN box, which is where I get my my updates from, they counted it. So whoever statted it online counted it. So we'll see. Maybe it's an error over on the scoreboard. Whoever's working the scoreboard for the game. But I'll update you guys once we come back from the first time out here. We're going to take the first time out right now as Dallas has the lead. All right, my clock's a little fast as well. We got 4:46 left to go in the first. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. And yeah, really good start to this game so far. Dallas just 5 total wins this season. They certainly are not playing like a 5-win team right now. Coming out of the gate in this game, just firing, knocking down shots. Their concern has been their defense so far this season. They've allowed, so they've played 24 games this year. They're 5-19. 22 out of the 24 games, their opponents scored 80 points or greater. They've just gone and ripped to shreds defensively this year. They've allowed in half of their games, they've allowed opponents to 90+ points. But yeah, right now hanging in so far. Fever limited to just 11. Yeah, and a slow start for Caitlin Clark, too. Last game, she had a really slow start. Ended up with 17 at the very end, even though she missed 12 shots. She's got 2 assists, though, to begin here today. Minnesota won today against Atlanta, 86-79. Kayla McBride had 30 points for Minnesota today. All right, so we're going to come back from the timeout right now. We'll see if this did stand for the basket by Aaliyah Boston. If so, it will be 16-11. It got statted that Caitlin Clark recorded her second assist on that dime over to Boston as she went off the up fake and then around a defender and scored a layup. She also got fouled, so she'll have a free throw coming up. So they did count the basket and one coming up out of the timeout. So once we left for the timeout, the score is 16-9 according to the TV, but they changed in the scoreboard 16-11, and it was rolled a basket by the referees. Missed free throw at the line by Boston. Rebound controlled by the Wings. Dallas crosses midcourt. Odyssey Sims, number 2. Running the point, dribbles up to the elbow, flings it off inside the key to Natasha Howard, who floats up the runner and scores for 2. So Howard's on the board tonight for her first basket. Down by 7 for the Fever, looking to see if they can mount an early comeback. They trailed as many by 8 in a come-from-behind victory on Sunday. Clark at the right wing perimeter, one-on-one, working on McCowan, takes the three. Clark, no good as it missed off the back rim. Rebound control by Dallas. Jeffrey, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for joining in. McCowan, handoff to the perimeter here. Ogunbowale flings it out to the wing. Missed three around the rim and out. No good by Sevgi Uzun as we have a whistle here on the floor. Picked up, charge to Indiana for the loose ball foul. I actually don't have a Facebook page for the channel. I have a personal one, but I haven't built one yet for the channel. I do have a Twitter page for the channel. That's at Behind the Arc 14. I have that at the top left corner. It goes in as like a scroller for one of those like image slideshows. It's also in the description below as well that I have that link to. Caitlin Clark, outlet pass ahead, able to score the layup for the bucket by Nalissa Smith. 18-13 right now. Missed shot by Dallas. Clark takes it up the floor. Clark, no look, dime down low to the rim. Couldn't finish but got fouled. And back to the free throw line will go to Fever. Nalissa Smith will shoot 2 shots. Caitlin Clark so far, 2 points, 3 assists. Yet to record a rebounds, but just absolute dimes. Getting back to her usual form, which she had 13 assists in 3 games straight entering Sunday. Yeah, Team USA was cooking today. They shredded Serbia. It's 105-79. Jokic really struggled today. He had a inefficient game for the Joker. Man, Steph Curry was drilling threes. He had 6 threes. Anthony Davis had 6 blocks. Anthony Edwards been playing incredibly consistent. He had 16 points. Man, he's just so hungry. He wants it for Anthony Edwards. That dude is super confident. He just has that like type of mentality that just, man, he just looks like he's an unstoppable force out there. Missed 3 as she bricked it off the back rim by Clark. So yet to really be able to discover her shot so far as the Wings are able to score. Make the score 20-14. Clark crosses the midcourt logo. Just 2 so far for Caitlin Clark in this game at the right wing perimeter. The lob goes down low to Lou Samuelson. Deflected out of bounds. And it was off of Lou Samuelson out of bounds. So that's a turnover committed by the Fever. Yeah, I saw that. So David Ortiz's son got drafted yesterday by the Red Sox. I saw Manny Ramirez, his son, also got drafted yesterday. It wasn't, the Red Sox didn't draft him, but Manny Ramirez's son also got drafted yesterday. 6-point game currently. Dallas with a possession. Odyssey sends it off to her teammate Alina. Inside off the runner. It is good. Able to float it up off the teardrop. Believe that was number 6, Natasha Howard. Clark, head full of steam, right to the rim. She scores, up and off the glass. Able to take it a distance right there as Dallas was not able to get set back defensively. As Caitlin Clark just saw an immediate gap up the floor. Goombawale missed the 3. Clark collects the defensive rebound. Clark starting to see if she can get on the run in this game. 4 points, recorded her first rebound. Skip past the corner, broken up down low. Kick out to the right corner. Outside, Clark. Up fade. Clark drives. Clark inside a low block. Sends it outside to the corner to 3. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by the Fever. They score up and in. Off the putback, it is good for 2. 4-point game right now. Minute 50 left to go in the first quarter. Indiana starting to get their team right back into the game now as Dantas, who was able to get the putback bucket. Missed shot by Dallas. Clark lost it. Turnover. Looking for a foul call. Couldn't get it. Dallas with a possession off the steal. Out to the corner. A 3. Swoosh. Odyssey Sims buries the triple. What's good, Bradley in the stream? Welcome back in, man. Great game so far here. 7-point game. Indiana trailing. Still a lot of time left to go. Corner 3 here. Missed off the mark. No good, but a fever by Lexi Hall. Dallas secures the defensive rebound. Ogunbowale trying to drive baseline, able to drive right past Lexi Hall, but gets tripped up and fouled. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that yesterday, and that was awesome. Jared Durant got Jaron Duran was the MLB All-Star last night. Saw he was the 5th Red Sox player all time, putting himself in some really good category. He got the Ted Williams All-Star Award yesterday, and he joins players like Pedro Martinez, Carl Yastrzemski on that list. I mean, that's huge. Like, he's really come out of nowhere this year for Jaron Duran. Final minute left to go in the first. Slow start here for Caitlin Clark in this game. I'll break down the numbers at the end of this first quarter right now as Dallas has the possession off the inbound. The lob goes to the low block, lost out of bounds, but it was lost out of bounds by Dallas, so the referee at first pointed in the direction of Dallas, but it'll go to Indiana here. Fever get the possession. Clark crosses midcourt. Clark at the College Park Center logo. Bounce pass over to the wing. A lot of space, dribbling up, cycling defenders to the cup, and that is good for the layup. Kelsey Mitchell able to score for 2. Right in this game for the Fever here. Down to 30 seconds left to go in the first. Dallas will slow down tempo. Sevgi Uzin with possession, crossover, dribble, drive inside, working on Clark, no good, floated the shot off the glass. Uzin, that's going to be a putback here, and that is good for the basket and the one coming up. That is Odyssey Sims, number 2, who scores off the putback. So Sims able to rip away that rebound, scoring up. And one coming up here for Sims. Odyssey Sims just coming out as a late 57% shooting, 67% from 3, putting up 22 points per game. Last 3 points per game here. Last 3 games by Sims. Missed shot off the rim, no good. Controlled at the baseline here for the Fever. Indiana with a possession. Clark crosses the midcourt logo. We're down to 15 seconds left to go in the first here. Caitlin Clark dribbles, drives, inside, skip pass, left corner, open 3. No good off the back rim, missed by Smith. And a really good look. Clark with 4 assists, could add a 5th right before the close out of the quarter. Missed jumper. The midcourt logo by Dallas, and we close out at the end of the first. The bottom team in the WNBA leading by 7 right now to begin this game. 27-20 at the moment as we take a quick break from action. Alright, 1 quarter in the books. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And Dallas's shot-making ability so far, this does not look like a 5-win team right now. They must have really set the reset button and severely did it for this Dallas Wing squad, because so far tonight they have done it for Dallas, if any indication at the end of that first quarter. Right now, feel free to vote in that poll if you guys would like to. How many points will Caitlin Clark score tonight? 0-9, 10-19. That is reigning supreme at the moment. Right behind is 20-29, and then 30+, as we've split it up into 4 different categories. And yeah, slow start here for Caitlin Clark in this game. 4 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound so far. 2 for 5 shooting, 0 for 3 from 3-point range for Clark. Played the entire first quarter. 6 points by Aaliyah Boston. She's got 2 blocks and 4 rebounds, leading the way for the Fever. Top scorer right now for Dallas. That is basically a split between balance, with a lot of players really stepping up here so far for the Wings in this game. They do have a player with 7. Or they do have a player with 8. Odyssey Sims leading the way with 8 points, and then 7 by Arike Ogunbowale. So both of them combining for 15 out of the 27 between Sims and Ogunbowale so far to begin today. Yeah, I saw that. So Connecticut Sun made a trade earlier today Dallas coming out just making high-level shots right now. 3 made threes. Indiana yet to make a three as a team so far to begin this game. Dallas shooting 52% from the floor. And both of these teams going inside the paint. Aaliyah Boston was excellent the last game. She had 17 points. Just keeps on pounding it in the paint once again. But Dallas is doing the same thing back so far. Indiana going to the dribble drive penetration quite a bit. Dallas having a little bit of a tough time getting back in transition defense a little bit. Next stream will hopefully be on Saturday night. That is the WNBA All-Star game. That will be Team WNBA versus Team USA. That's probably going to be the next one. I think my girlfriend's sleeping over on Saturday night, so she'll probably be a part of the stream on Saturday night with me. Yeah, right now, since we're at the end of the quarter, I've been uploading a lot of my videos over my personal YouTube channel. Feel free to check them out if you guys would like, and subscribe over to my personal YouTube channel if you guys are interested right there. That link is posted in the chat right now. I've been uploading a bunch of my sports broadcasting demos that I did from colleges this past year. Just finished up all my basketball broadcasting demos. Did a volleyball one recently that I uploaded there, and then I get a couple more volleyball demos that I'm gonna get done. After that, I'm going right over to football to upload my football demo, and then I got some more demos with softball that I have to upload, and then my post-game interview. So all those are over on my personal YouTube channel. The link has been posted in the chat, so feel free to subscribe over to my personal YouTube channel, as well as I upload a lot of content for what I do for the sports broadcasting stuff over there. Bounce pass from Clark, down low, follow-away shot inside a key, and it bounces in for the Fever. 5-point game right now, able to get the bounce for Indiana with number 12. And that is Dantos, who just scored. What's good, Nancy in the stream? Welcome in. Yeah, I saw that. Connecticut Sun able to make a trade earlier today. Dallas with their first possession to begin the second, and a three drops down from the perimeter. The Dallas Wings just keep on knocking down shots right now. Clark dribbles up to the low block. Caitlin Clark flings it out to the wing. Lou Samuelson with a three. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Knew it immediately as she came up with her own board, as Dallas was not able to box out. Fever have it at the elbow outside. Lou Samuelson tries a three again straight away. Bricked it off the back rim. Dallas collects the rebound. 0 for 9 from three-point range right now. And Dallas is just red hot. They're playing through the post. Off the pivot. Good for the Wings. Natasha Howard scores the basket. Largest lead of the game. Quick up the floor. It's a blown layup. Indiana wide open behind the defense. And Lexi Hull blew the wide open layup. And we have a shooting foul picked up, charged to Indiana by Lou Samuelson. So Natasha Howard's going to shoot two coming up at the line, in Indiana with an off game to begin so far today. Hey, what's good? Ron in the stream, welcome back in. Thanks for joining back in, man. And Nancy, welcome on the channel. Wow, that's awesome. Best of luck there to Bradley as an intern for the events over at the Louisville Regional for the TBT. That's awesome, man. Best of luck there. Yeah, I haven't been following that much, but I remember streaming those games when we had like no sports. Like that was 4 years ago. We had nothing going on besides the TBT during the summer 4 years ago at one point. All it was TBT and NASCAR basically, and like that was July of 2020. I remember NASCAR started up in May of 2020. There were no sports, and then middle of May, NASCAR came back, and then after that, they had the horse challenge that aired on ESPN because there was no basketball going on, and then the TBT started up, and then a month later started up the Disney bubble. That's awesome because they got a lot of those broadcasts over in the ESPN networks. Dallas just came up with a steal. Caitlin Clark so far has played the whole game. Lob down low, and it's good for another basket for Dallas. Tiara McCowan, 6'7", eating her way inside the low post to begin this game in the Fever after bird a timeout. Not a good start here for Indiana. 7:58 left to go before halftime. 36-22. I'm playing Inside the low post with Tierra McCowan, the last place team in the WNBA, torching the Fever. Number 7 place team in the league right now. Wow, this is a statement start for Dallas here. Kind of caught off guard that we're seeing this out of them so far. Just excellent ballast. There's 3 players who's really gone off in this game. Arike Ogunbowale, she's got 10. There's actually 4 for Dallas, looking at the numbers. And then 3 players with 8 points each. Natasha Howard, Odyssey Sims, Tierra McCowan, all with 8 points each. So, leaning heavily, that is 34 out of the 36 points between 4 players for Dallas in this game. And then nobody's really been able to break loose so far for the Fever. 6 points by Boston with 4 rebounds. Caitlin Clark struggling right now, minus 14 on just 4 points. Just 1 rebound today by Clark and 5 total assists. So a really rough start here for Clark, but still a long way left to go tonight. Yeah, kind of caught off guard because I thought that she would have a big game. She'd been playing really well against the bottom tier teams for Clark as a rookie. She had a couple of games where she dropped down 30 against Washington, LA, a couple solid games there. Played against Indiana a few times, or played against Atlanta a few times. And yeah, this has not been the ideal start once again for Clark. Still a long way left to go, though. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Right now, we're on a timeout. Been getting a lot of good viewership for these WNBA streams, which has been awesome. Getting a couple thousand per views every single game lately that I've been covering. So hopefully more to come in the future. They do go on the Olympic break after tonight. It's going to be a 1-month Olympic break, but I'm planning to be back on Saturday night most likely for my next stream. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. covering the WNBA All-Star Game, Team USA against Team WNBA. Caitlin Clark will be playing for Team WNBA this year. She was snubbed from the USA team, but she'll be in the WNBA All-Star team alongside Angel Reese on Saturday night. Ogunbowale last 3 games, only averaging around 13 points per game, but 22 points per game this season for her. Tonight already with 10 to begin. So a big bounce-back performance here so far for Arike Ogunbowale. Coming back from the timeout, right to left on the floor. Fever with a possession. Clark still on the floor. She's played the entire game standing in the corner right now. Lob down low. Boston receives it. Boston, and she scores. Up and it off the glass. Good for 2. 12-point game currently as Sims crosses midcourt. Dallas with the possession, outside to Ogunbowale, lights it up from 3, connects it, another one. Just a silky stroke. 13 out of the 38. Or it's going to be 12 out of the 38. They count as a deep 2. One of her feet was on the 3-point line. Clark, jumper to elbow. Clark, no good. Left it off the rim short. Deflected out of bounds. Last touched off of the wings. That was more of a forced jumper right there by Caitlin Clark to take it at the elbow. Ogunbowale around a hard screen, able to get away with an elbow right there to Lexi Hall as well. That freed her up for the deep 2. Inbound to Clark, bobbled, lost it, turnover, wings with a steal, and Dallas cashes in for the basket. 40-24. Only way from here is coming on back if you're the Fever. Lexi Hall around the perimeter, slides it off to her right to Lou Samuelson. Katie Lou Samuelson over to Clark, having a rough game as she bricked another 3 off the back rim. Hall looking to force the tie up here on the floor. Man, Dallas just really flustering Caitlin Clark so far today. Just an off performance. This has just been uncharacteristic, lackluster of a performance here so far today by Caitlin Clark. This will be a jump ball. Tipped up, deflected, back it goes to Dallas. Wings control the tip ball. Ogunbowale gets past one defender, thought about a step back, slides it off to the corner. Sims, jumper, over a hole, and a rainbow off the back rim of Clark. Collects the defensive rebound. Caitlin Clark, second board of the game now. Top of the key here for Clark. Slides it off to her left to Lou Samuelson. Lou Samuelson, lob off to Boston. Boston at the free throw circle. Backs her way inside the key. Boston, no good. Gets fouled. So Leah Boston going to shoot 2 shots coming up here at the line. Gray, what's good? Welcome back in here, man. 6:17 left to go. Yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. It's a career-high 16 rebounds by Aaliyah Boston that she was coming off of on Sunday afternoon in the win over Minnesota. Boston shooting 2 free throws. First one missed. Haven't found her stroke either today at the free throw line. Just 2 for 5 right now at the free throw line as a team. Second free throw is good. So splitting the free throws, so a lot of work left to be done here for the Fever if they want to come on back in this game. 40-25 right now as the Wings have possession. Sims off to her left to Uzun. And an offensive foul picked up here away from the basketball. Will be charged to Dallas. So that was on McCowan, trying to gain separation to go in for an entry pass. McCowan has been dangerous so far in this game. 8 points, 4 rebounds. She's 6'7". She substitutes out right now. Kalani Brown, number 21, comes in. So an opportunity to attack. That's exactly what Caitlin Clark does, and she scores right at the rim with a layup. 40-27 right now. Caitlin Clark can heat up in bunches. She's up to 6 points currently. Baseline dribble. Agumbawale keeps in the court of play. Uzan on top finds Howard. Howard at the mid-block. Floats at the runner. Connects on it. They're going to wave it off, though. I believe they are. They're going to wave off the bucket. So they will not count the baskets for Dallas off the floater. It was off the glass and good by Howard, but let's see, did she push off here? She created a little bit of space. They waved it off. It's a big momentum changer right now in this game. My clock's a little bit slow. 5:25 left to go in the second. A 3. It's good. Bang, bang. Caitlin Clark started to heat up just like that in bunches. Takes the 3 and delivers. 9 points by Clark right now as we approach the 5:15 mark left to go. Bounce pass underneath. Howard gets blocked by Boston. Up in the air, tipped around over to Clark with a basketball here. Clark takes up the floor, crosses midcourt. Clark bursts the speed, dribbles, attack, slices defenders right to the rim. She scores up and in off the backboard. Good for 2 and a foul for Caitlin Clark. Looking to propel her team right back into the game all of a sudden. In a flash, she has got double figures scoring up to 11. Caitlin Clark coming out right now, breaking out of the scene. 2 30-point games earlier this season for her, career high in the WNBA. And all of a sudden, she is just on a roll, getting going. Missed free throw. Lou Samuelson battled for the rebound, couldn't track it down though, ripped away by Howard. Here goes Dallas wide open underneath the defensive gaff as that's a wide open layup scored for the Wings. Clark circles around, top of the key here for Caitlin Clark. Clark dribbles, drives down the lane inside, gets blocked, and the basketball goes out of bounds as Clark crashes hard right into the stanchion there too. Good to see that she's okay. She's up on her feet. Let's see, Caitlin Clark. Oof. Yeah, she came down crashing hard right into the stanchion, she got denied driving right to the rim. This will be an inbound here for Indiana. Inbound to the corner, bobbled out of bounds. And Kelsey Mitchell, a hot tamale, couldn't track it down. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, best of luck there watching the Savannah Bananas. That'd be cool to attend one of those games. I definitely would love to attend one of those games someday. That's an excellent backdoor cut. Layup scored and a bucket as well. As they got a free throw coming up here. Odyssey Sims with an and one. Good cut. Rolling to the hoop. Excellent assist found. Number 21, Kalani Brown off the Sims. And Sims has been on a roll lately. 44-32. This Dallas Wings team came into this game as the last place team in the league. 5-19. This performance has certainly not been a last place performance so far today. Inbound goes to Clark. Clark crosses midcourt. Clark weaves her way. Gave up a wide open layup. They looked to see if they could convert on a three, and he missed it off the back rim. Caitlin Clark pulling the Ben Simmons right there. She had an open layup instead. Tried to give up the open two for an open three, and they could not convert. Loose ball inside the key. Wings able to control it though. Wings have it around the perimeter. Ogunbowale dribbles up. Jumper, top of the free throw circle. Missed off the rim. Boston collects the defensive rebound. Down by 13. Got to get some high-quality looks here. We'll see if Caitlin Clark can do that. She has a driving lane. Right to the rim. She scores once again. Up and off the backboard. And one coming up here at the free throw line for Caitlin Clark. 13 points now by Caitlin Clark. Lone player in double figures for the Fever, trying to take control of this game. 13, 3, and 5. That is points, rebounds, and assists right now in this game for Clark. Tube on the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. If you're new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, rebound, ring the notification bell as well. 9 points, shooting 4 for 7 in the second quarter, that is, for Caitlin Clark. She's got 13 total. She scored 9 out of the 13 in the second quarter. Caitlin Clark starting to take over right now in this game. She knows where she has to attack. The worst defense in the WNBA, allowing 89 points per game to their opponents, the Dallas Wings, and this game is far from over right now. They trail by 8. They came back and won on Sunday, outscoring Minnesota 28-14. Free throw is good. 45-35 right now. It's a 15-point swing that they won the game on Sunday against Minnesota. Trail by 8, won by 7 on Sunday afternoon. Lob down low for Dallas, up by 10. Dallas with possession, and the Wings able to score, plus the foul. Number 21 with solid contributions for Dallas coming off the bench. Kalani Brown, 6'7" center, scores. They've gotten some good production out of the 6'7" players today. The top 2 tallest players in the team, Tiara McCowan and Kalani Brown, able to just bulldoze Indiana down inside the low post. 13 points by Odyssey Sims, 12 by Ogunbowale. And both Sims and Ogunbowale made 2 threes each. The free throw is good. At the line for Dallas, 48-35 now. Caitlin Clark's played this entire game so far. 3.5 left to go before halftime. Out to the wing, Clark dribbles towards her right around the perimeter. Clark slides the pass off to the low block, and a travel violation called by Smith. So Nalissa Smith of the Fever travels with the basketball. We got 90 plus right now watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel play-by-play. A lot of great games that I've covered for the NBA, but also covered WNBA, college hoops as well. So feel free to be a part of this channel here as I cover play-by-play action of basketball. Oh, nice move up and under. There's a layup inside the low post, scored by number 2, Odyssey Sims. 15-point lead for Dallas. Attacking downhill. They fling it out to the corner to Lou Samuelson. Dribbles up, dump off, went off the fingertips of her teammate Smith, but we have a loose ball foul picked up, charged to Dallas here off the push down low. So they got very lucky right there with that possession, as it looked like that was a clear deflection, ricocheted off the fingertips of Nalissa Smith to the backboard, but what a pushing down low, and Dallas committed the foul inside. This will be an inbound coming up for Indiana. Lexi Hall, far side of the floor to inbound passer. Caitlin Clark receives the inbound. She's played the entire game. Top scorer with 14 for the Fever. Clark circles around, low block, bounce pass, top of the key. Open three, bang, bang. It's good. Aaliyah Boston from downtown drills the triple. Caitlin Clark with an assist. It's a 12-point game. Gotta play defense if you're the Fever right now. Dallas, only 5 victories this season. Worst team in the league. Lighting up Indiana. That's gonna be an offensive foul. Lowering the shoulder, lowering the boom. Agumbawale commits the offensive foul on the Fever. Starting to regain momentum right now. 12-point game as this takes us to the timeouts. What a game, Carly. 50-38 as Dallas leads. As we are under 3 minutes left to go before halftime, I believe we're down to like 2:53 left. My clock's quite a bit fast at the moment here. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and feel free to keep on coming back here to the channel. Next stream most likely will be on Saturday. Team and WNBA taking on Team USA. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. So if you'd like to come on back for that one, feel free to do so. Caitlin Clark start to take over. 10 points out of the 14 in the second quarter right now. 14 points by Clark in 17 minutes. She has played this entire game. She's got 6 assists and 3 rebounds right now for Caitlin Clark. $12 points by Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston's really showed up the past couple of games. She's coming off 17 points and 16 rebounds. Ice Ice Baby with a dono. Let's get that dono hype here for Ice Ice Baby on the channel. Really appreciate it. Ice Ice Baby. 3 blocks as well for Boston. Boston's been just so key defensively too. And Dallas has got a duo going on right now. 15 points by Odyssey Sims already with 6 assists. Arike Ogumbawale, 12 points with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And then McCowan's got 8. Howard's got 8, 7 by Brown. They have 5 players who scored so far out of 8 players that's checked into this game. So Dallas getting contributions from 5 players out of 8 players who's checked into this game. Same as Indiana. Yeah, this is going to be a battle here. Indiana just needs to tighten up their defense. And if they start to make shots and get hot, then watch out. Because they're just 2 for 13 from 3-point range. Indiana's seeing all the gaps in Dallas's defense. They're going straight to the rim. Just dribble drive penetration this entire game. And Dallas is yet to stop that dribble drive penetration. And Dallas is receiving entry passes and scoring down inside the low post for the Wings a lot. The Wings leading points in the paint 32-26. This has been a massive first half for both of these teams, scoring baskets back and forth inside the low post. Where this game is won has been the perimeter shooting. Dallas is 4 for 9 from 3. Indiana's just 2 for 13 from 3-point range. You just got to keep on attacking and getting to the rim if you're Indiana and stop shooting the threes. Because Dallas is red hot. 58% from the floor by Dallas. Indiana's 48.5% right now. I'm not sure if that's going to be sustainable throughout the course of this game, especially how Indiana played in the fourth quarter where they allowed just 14 points to the Lynx total in the fourth quarter on Sunday. Indiana should be able to tighten up their defense, and this should be a much, much closer game as we get down to the wire this game. Caitlin Clark's played the entire game so far. 14 points right now for Clark as she has the ball. Clark at the right wing. College Park Center logo. Dribbles up to the left wing. Clark, 2.5 left to go. Lobs it down low. Wide open. And it's good for the layup. Aaliyah Boston, 14 points so far today. Uncontested, unguarded at the rim as Caitlin Clark records another assist. 14-5 by Boston to begin today's game. Clark's up to 5 total assists right now at the moment. Man, this has been a battle so far. This 10-point advantage by Dallas really doesn't seem like it's 10. It's kind of misleading. It seems like it's a much closer game than what the scoreboard indicates. It's just those threes that Dallas ran early and supreme in this game really was able to take control of this one, and that's out of bounds. The Wings fling it out of bounds. Too tall to pass by Ogumbawale, and this will be Fever basketball. The Fever's got all the momentum right now. Caitlin Clark crosses midcourt. Clark here has it top of the key. Picks up by Boston. Bounce pass off the roll down. Boston jumper mid-range. Got the bounce. It's good for 2 for Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston, a walking bucket, Carly. What can she not do? She has buried a 3 straight away. She just made a 15-foot J, and she scores bucket after bucket at the rim. 8-point game, Carly. Dallas, 5-9 19 records starting to crack under pressure here in their whole floor. Floater, no good, off the turnaround shot, tapped out of bounds, last touch by the Wings. Dallas going to low percentage shot attempts as of late, and that's allowed Indiana to creep right back in this game. The Fever have the basketball. Clark push it down low off the fingertips of her teammate, though. Intercepted outlet pass ahead, and Dallas will score the layup. 10-point advantage once again for the Wings here. Minute 15 left to go before halftime. Caitlin Clark, 14 points. Actually, her number for assists is way up right now. It's up to 8 currently. 8 assists, 3 rebounds at the moment for Clark. Boston towards her left at the free throw circle. Flings it outside the Hall. Lexi Hall, top of the free throw circle. Lost it off the spin move. It's a turnover committed by Hall for the Fever. Up the floor, Goombawale rises for the jumper. Connects on it. Arike for the deep 2 at the elbow. 12-point game once again for Dallas as they lead. 45 seconds left to go before halftime. Handoff around the perimeter. Hall has it here at the top of the key. Lobs it over to Boston. Boston sends it off to Clark towards her left. Screen set by Boston. Clark bounce pass off the roll down. Boston underneath dump off. And a reach and foul charge to Howard of Dallas. So that will stop the clock now. 34 seconds left to go before halftime. And Indiana's in the bonus. So this will be free throws coming up here at the line for the Fever right now. So Caitlin Clark right now is 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. She's only shooting 1 for 5 from 3-point range. 6 for 12 from the floor, though. She keeps on attacking the defense, and, man, she is lighting it up. Like, downhill, keeps on driving at the D, and Dallas is having a lot of trouble getting their feet set in their defense back in transition. And Clark seeing the driving lanes today. Aaliyah Boston, excellent game so far by her. Right now, she just made the first free throw, makes the second free throw. She is up to 18 points in the first half for Aaliyah Boston. 10-point game, 30 seconds left to go. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks for Aaliyah Boston. 7 for 8 shooting, and Dallas lost it out of bounds. Odyssey Sims trying to cut backdoor, had the basketball sail off the top of her fingertips out of bounds. A turnover committed by the Wings. Indiana. 7-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the end of the second quarter. Caitlin Clark at the edge of the midcourt logo has possession. Clark, this could be the final possession here to close out the quarter. Actually, the shot clock's turned off. Clark, right baseline dribble. Clark circles underneath, though. What a pass! Caitlin Clark goes behind the back off the Boston. Boston couldn't finish, but she gets fouled. And 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line for Aaliyah Boston. Eyes behind her back here for Caitlin Clark. Just an unbelievable behind-the-back pass here by Clark. Able to circle around one defender. Set up Aaliyah Boston right from behind. Boston couldn't finish the shot. Really, really wanted that one. But, hey, she'll have the benefit coming up here. Trying to see if she can make both of the free throws. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. 2.7 seconds left to go. Boston connects in the first free throw. Man, what a start for Aaliyah Boston tonight. Aaliyah Boston been tearing it up recently for the Fever. Second free throw coming up here by Boston. It is up. It is through. It's an 8-point game. 3 seconds left to go before halftime. Final inbound here for the Wings. As it goes towards the near side of Goombawale. Half-court 3 at the buzzer. Came up short. And we go into halftime. 54-46 at the half right now. Caitlin Clark attacking the teeth of her defense, getting her team right back in the game. For Caitlin Clark, 10 out of the 14 points were scored in the second quarter. She's got 14 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 6 for 12 shooting from the floor in the first half. And she has got her team winning striking distance right now. An 8-point game going into halftime. That's nothing for the Indiana Fever. They trail by 8 in the late stretch of the third quarter. Came on back and won against Minnesota on Sunday. So we head off going to halftime. What a start in this game, everybody. If you haven't already done so, make sure to vote in that poll, too, about Caitlin Clark's point total. What you think Caitlin Clark's point total will be, as we have different numbers in the poll right now, so make sure to vote if you haven't already done so, as 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, or 30 plus, as 10-19 right now, is reigning supreme at the moment, 56%. Right behind is 20-29 at 38%. Feel free to vote if you haven't already done so. 6% like 30 points or greater, and then she's already passed 0-9, so that is over with, as only 1% before she reached the double-digit mark voted for Caitlin Clark to score just 0-9 points. So she's already got 14, so she has surpassed that. And the mid-teens right now for a scoring total, midway to 28 at the moment for Caitlin Clark, going into half with her team down by 8. If you're new on the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. I cover basketball action here on the channel, play-by-play. A lot of college sheeps that I've done in the past, NBA streams, a bunch of NBA streams, and also I recently started up the WNBA, within like the last month or so, and these streams have been extremely popular, so I'm hoping to cover a lot more WNBA games once they start back from the Olympic break. My next stream will be on Saturday night. Hopefully, I plan on covering Team USA versus Team WNBA for the WNBA All-Star Game, so feel free to join in if you like for that one. All depends on my schedule, but I do hope to cover some of the Olympics games if I'm able to do so, if my schedule is able to give me the opportunity to do so. I know a lot of the games are when I'm usually at work. For the Olympics, it's at odd times, like today. Today they had the Team USA for the men's basketball team face Serbia, and I actually watched a little bit of that game. I was on my lunch break when I watched like the third and the fourth quarter to that game. But a lot of the Olympic games, I know, especially on the weekdays, are gonna be on times that I have work, so I won't be able to stream those games. I'll probably catch like the second half or so, or whatever the games will air. Probably I'll catch like an hour or so of whatever the afternoon games are during the Olympics on my lunch break when I have a chance on Monday to Friday. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Feel free to check out my personal YouTube channel as well. I posted a link in the chat. I got a lot of cool stuff over there that I've been uploading. All the games that I do for my in-person college broadcasting, I've been uploading those videos over to my personal YouTube channel. So if you didn't know previously, I do have another YouTube channel that I have personally that I have like all my announcing portfolio stuff on, and since it's the summertime and it's the off season from now, I've been uploading a bunch of my videos over my personal YouTube channel. So I got all my demos there. Feel free to check out my YouTube link right now. If you guys are interested, that link is in the chat. Feel free to subscribe over to that. So I finished my basketball demos. Had a lot of great games that I covered for basketball in person during the winter. I finished those. I put together a conference tournament volleyball game that I covered during the fall as well. So that's the last one I put up there. Coming up for the videos that I'll be uploading soon to my demo over my personal YouTube channel, I'll be doing a couple of my NCAA tournament games that I announced for volleyball last year. So I'll have those uploaded soon, and then also I'll have football that I hope to get to, a football demo too. So that's going to be a good one as well. And then once I get everything complete, I still got a lot to do. I've got 2 of my schools down that I announced for. I got 2 more remaining that I have to do, but there's a bunch more videos for one of them. I want to create like a top 10 list and release that too. I'll probably release it on this channel. That will probably be done though like late August or so, to what I covered in person for like my top 10 calls, because I had so many crazy games that I covered this past season. It was wild. Caitlin Clark yet to record a steal or a block so far. Is kind of shocking because I saw her stats and she's averaging 2.9 steals per game against the bottom 4 teams in the league so far this season. So that's not counting Dallas, because that's the first time that Clark's faced Dallas this season. But Indiana has played 7 games against the bottom 3 out of 4 teams in the league, against LA, Atlanta, and Washington, and she's gone off. This is her average in the 7 games against the bottom 3 out of 4 teams in the league, averaging 20.1 points per game, averaging 6.9 rebounds per game, averaging 7.4 assists per game, and then averaging 2.9 steals per game, 1.4 blocks per game. The number that really pops out, that's steals per game, because she's averaging around like 1 steal per game on her season average, but when she's played against the bottom tier opponent, she's averaging just under 3. But tonight, yet to record a steal so far in this matchup here. Yeah, I'm thinking the second half under for sure. I don't know how Dallas is going to be able to sustain what they shot in the first half. 57.5% they shot. They shot 23 for 40 for Dallas, and they started to lose it late stretch of the game for Dallas. They started to miss shots late. I just don't think that's going to be sustainable. They've scored 27 points in each of the first 2 quarters. I think Indiana's going to be able to tighten up defensively for them. Yeah. Yeah, second half under takeoff for Indiana. Yeah, it's looking like Dallas for sure is going to be the under for the second half. That's very tough to sustain when you come out, shoot the ball 57% in the first half. Crazy thing about it is that they've got 2 players doing that. 17 points by Odyssey Sims, 14 points by Arike Ogunbowale. That's 31 out of the 54 right there between those 2 players. 34 as well combined from Aaliyah Boston. She's got 20, and then Caitlin Clark's got 14. So Caitlin Clark at the half, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists at halftime. She's been doing it with efficiency too. Struggling from 3, just 1 for 5 from 3, but just constant attack mode from 2. And until Dallas can be able to get their defense set, and they've struggled with that. And Clark's just finding the gaps in the defense to go downhill and drive at them at the rim. Caitlin Clark's shooting 5 for 7 from 2-point range in this game. Man, that assist number looked really juicy today, too. She was at 9.5 assists for her over-under total. She had 13 in the previous 3 games before Sunday for Caitlin Clark. So the line had her over-under at 9.5. Rebounds was at 5.5. The points for over-under for Caitlin Clark for her today is at 20.5. That assist number is almost there so far for her. She's got 8 right now going into half. Really good game so far. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now at halftime. This is the last WNBA game before they go on their 1-month Olympic break. Yeah, I think they're going to come back and win this one tonight here, Mr. Fulton. Minnesota Lynx won earlier today against the Atlanta Dream, 86-79, the final score. This is familiar territory, except the quarter earlier for Indiana right now. Indiana was trailing by 8 points heading into the fourth quarter against Minnesota. Came back and won, outscored Minnesota 28-14 on Sunday. Should probably check up and see what's going on in the Summer League for today. Celtics Summer League team won a couple hours ago. '89-84, Celtics won against the Hornets. Jazz won against the Raptors 86-76. Knicks by 1 against the Kings 106-105. The Heat able to win against the Mavs 92-79. Games going on right now in the NBA Summer League. There's 2 games currently, both of them close games right now. Grizzlies up over the Magic 84-80, 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And then the Thunder leading the Suns 48-42. Bronny James back in action 9:30 p.m. tonight, taking on the Hawks in the Summer League. It's just been absolutely sad what's going on with Bronny James. Head coach of Wisconsin and Milwaukee, Doug Gottlieb. He also does sports commentating for Fox Sports. He put out that Bronny James would have a tough time even battling for bench minutes on his team. That's just how brutal Bronny James has been in the Summer League. Like, he should have stayed back once again in college and done it all over again. Because this looks like a train wreck. Like, it looks like Bronny's going to be forced to retire earlier than LeBron in his career. That's what it looks like right now. It's just sad. It's abysmal what's going on with Bronny in the Summer League. He's yet to make a single 3 so far this Summer League. He's shooting 22% from the floor, just standing in the corner for Bronny. Just a complete liability offensively for him. Just doesn't want to shoot the ball. Just stands in the corner, doesn't know when to cut, when to make the appropriate cut backdoor after standing in the corner and the defender collapsing up and giving an open space for him at the rim, just playing super timid out there. And it's just really sad what we've been seeing on of Bronny, because it's rough. Really rough what's been going on in the Summer League. He's averaging like 4 points per game in the Summer League on 22% shooting, averaging 25 minutes per game per night, and he started every single game in the Summer League. Yeah, he had 2 points in like 27 minutes or something like that. It's tough. And like, he could barely carve out a role at USC. And that's the hard truth right there, that Doug Gottlieb said that he would battle for bench minutes at Wisconsin, Milwaukee. That's a mid-major team right there. That's difficult. Like I wonder if that would be the case at Mississippi Valley State or like any of those bottom tier teams in college basketball that he would have to battle minutes for, the team like Mississippi Valley State, because just brutal. Like he's just done so poorly right now in the Summer League that honestly I don't even know if he went back to college, if he would be able to carve out a role at any school at the Division I level. Like, he would have to take his game to like D2 or D3, honestly, and still he might struggle. Even playing for like a D3 program might struggle. That's how rough it's been for Bronny James. Like, it's been an absolute disaster what's gone on in the Summer League. So here we go, about to start the second half of action. Yeah, Caitlin Clark's been awesome. Like, doing what she's doing as a rookie, it's been incredible. And also, she barely had a layoff between when she graduated college, when she played in the national championship game. Like, she's played so much basketball within the last year. It's insane. And doing what she has done for Caitlin Clark, just how she's gonna come back after the Olympic break. That's gonna be incredible to see for her, because she'll actually have like a full month off for Caitlin Clark, and that's gonna be able to help her out and regain the mindset, because she's been playing constant basketball and dealing with like a bunch of like TV advertisements, endorsements. Like, she's been nonstop like crazy for Caitlin Clark. There's a basket to begin the third quarter of action. Aaliyah Boston's up to 20, scores inside the low post. Aaliyah Boston having a huge game. McCowan at the low block, sends it out to the top of the key. Touch pass, corner three in the air by Dallas. Missed off the back rim, no good. A rebound control by Clark. Caitlin Clark now 4 rebounds. Her over-under average was at 5.5 entering this game under a prop bet. Jumper from the corner, no good. Missed off the mark by Lou Samuelson. Offensive rebound directly back to Lou Samuelson. Hand off from Boston to Clark. Clark shovels out to the wing. Missed the pass, though, out of bounds. So she tried to send it over to Kelsey Mitchell at the wing, but it went wide left to Mitchell, out of bounds. So a rare mistake there by Clark. That's Clark's 4th turnover today. Just doing a little bit too much right there with the basketball for her. But still, only down by 6. They were trailing by double digits earlier on in this game for Indiana. And Dallas's shooting has just not been able to get going right now. Indiana defense started to tighten up. Lob down low. And a Fever score. Up and off the backboard. Nalissa Smith with possession out in transition. Inside the low post. It's only a 4-point game, and a timeout taken on the floor by Dallas. 8:41 left to go in the third quarters. We just started off the third quarter in a 4-zip run by the Fever. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams I cover on the channel. And Indiana at one point was trailing by they were trailing as many as 16 points at one point in this game. So 16-point deficit. They've come all the way back, and they put this one to a 2-possession game, trailing by 4 right now. Yeah, I hated how the start of the season, how a lot of people said that it would be a tough adjusting period for Caitlin Clark when she first played like her first 10 games. For her, she had so much like on her plate by that time. The national championship game for college basketball was in early April. She had a month till the NBA draft. She couldn't even attend her college graduation because she was in training camp by that time, playing preseason games in early May. And then right off the bat, they got games going on in mid-May starting off the season. It's not like the typical NBA season where every single college athlete that played men's college basketball has the opportunity to attend their graduation and then have an actual off-season that lasts from April to October for NBA players without any games up until the preseason. They have training camp that starts in September. WNBA is different. That's why it's so tough for rookies to like get adjusted, because they got the draft going on when they also have final exams and graduation going on. And it took her a little bit of time, but man, she has been on a roll lately. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she does after the Olympic break for Caitlin Clark, because she has a month to really just get into the right mindset, get caught up with stuff, watch a ton more film, and be able to see the tendencies of all the other teams and really crack down the code of the other teams throughout the league. And that's going to give Clark an upper hand, I feel like. So I'm looking to see some huge games from Clark coming back in the month of August after the Olympic break, what she'll be able to do. It's only a 4-point game right now if you're just tuning in. And if you're new in the stream, we got 50 plus watching right now. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you all join and be a part here. On the channel tonight, I cover basketball action, play-by-play in the channel. WNBA, college hoops, NBA games here, so feel free to join in for more live streams on Behind the Arc Basketball. Back to action, right to left in the floor. Wings with a possession, coming back from the timeout. 4-zip run to begin the third for Indiana. Ogunbowale, edge of the midcourt logo, lobs it over to The top of the key. So we get a foul here away from the basketball. Picked up. Charge the Fever. It's going to be on Boston away from the basketball. Top of the key. Here's a three straight away. Rattles in for Dallas. 57-50 right now for the Wings. That's a big three to stop some momentum going on. Clark at the top. Dribbles up towards her right. Clark looking to pass it to somebody. Bounce pass. Top of the key over to Boston. Boston having a humongous game today. 20.6 rebounds, 3 assists. At the top here on Mitchell. Mitchell fires the pass looking for Boston. Intercepted though by Dallas. Dallas up the floor. Quick in transition. And a score up and through with a basket by Odyssey Sims. 9-point advantage currently for the Wings. Indiana allowing Dallas to get on the run. 19 points, 8 assists by Odyssey Sims currently. Boston backs her way inside the low post. Boston off the pivot. Right hand. Boston no good off the glass. Offensive rebound chance for a putback. No good again. Tough defense down low by Dallas, forcing 2 misses in a row inside the post with Tierra McCowan. Jumper, the free throw circle. Skipped around the rim and out. Missed by the Wings. But Ogunbowale was fouled by Lou Samuelson. And this will be 2 free throws coming up. Two shots to the free throw line. First one is good by Ogunbowale. They quickly built this back to double digits. Second free throw is good. This is part of a 7-0 run for the Wings right now. The Fever having trouble converting in a couple shots as of late. Clark has it here at the mid-block. Back out to the left wing. Clark takes the three. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up. Offensive rebound. Huge rejection down low by Dallas. Nalissa Smith trying to put up the putback. Gets denied. Inside the low post here. Let's see this replay. That is number 6 for Dallas when Natasha Howard, who comes in and stuffs Nalissa Smith. Dallas, props out to them. They came into this game as the worst defensive team by far in the league this season, allowing their opponents to over 89 points per game, and they have really clamped up defensively. One of their best games all this season right here, right now. 61-50, some of their best possessions that they played defensively this entire season. Just a moment ago, Clark around the screen, launches the three. Oh, she drills it. Bang, bang. Caitlin Clark sizzles the triple. 8-point game, 17 on the board for Caitlin Clark. 7 minutes left to go in the third. Wings with a possession, top of the key. Sims jacks up the three, left it short. Rebound control by Nalissa Smith. Into the hands to Clark now. Clark pushing tempo, dribbles behind her back at the top, sends it off to Samuelson. Wide open three. Katie Lou Samuelson. Bullseye right down the chute, delivers. 61-56. Back-to-back threes. Caitlin Clark, 1 assist away from a double-double. 17 points, 9 assists now for Clark with 4 rebounds. Top of the free throw circle. McCowan looking to hand it off. She does. At the left wing for Dallas. Dribbling up. Ogunbowale jumper off the back rim. No good. Lou Samuelson tips it off to Smith for the defensive rebound. 5 points trailing by Nalissa Smith at the corner. Oh, she lost control of it and she turns it over. You got all the momentum in this game and Nalissa Smith could not keep the ball out in front off the crossover all alone. That's a tough possession right there for the Fever to swallow. Dallas by 5 with a possession. Top of the key. Handoff around the perimeter as they'll take the deep jumper. That's good for 2. Number 4, JC Sheldon. First bucket of the game for the Wings. 7-point advantage. Clark at the right wing. Caitlin Clark working on one defender, 101. Clark, top of the key, pass off the roll down. Boston underneath. Boston, triple team. Boston floats it up over the top for her teammate, and she scores. Nalissa Smith behind the triple team defense, up and off the backboard. 5-point game, Carly. Really good game here. 5.5 left to go in the third. Top of the key for McCowan. McCowan hands it off to Ogunbowale. Ogunbowale at the top. Jab step, dribbles, drives, down the lane inside, bounce pass underneath. Couldn't finish. McCowan left it short off the rim. Here goes Clark. Freight train right down the lane. Bounce pass behind her back. Caitlin Clark, welcome to the double-double club tonight as our teammate scores up and in. Off the glass, it's good for the bucket for the Fever by Nolissa Smith. It's a 3-point game, 63-60. Caitlin Clark, 17 points, 10 assists tonight, baby. 5:12 left to go in the third. What a battle here. One free throw coming up as Nolissa Smith was fouled, as she'll shoot the and one here at the free throw line. Free throw is good, right down the middle. 2-point game, down to one possession. 11-2 run, last 2.5 minutes by the Fever. Dallas with the ball. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Top of the key, Agumbawale slides it off to the left wing. A three in the air. Off the mark, no good. Missed by Dallas. Rebound ripped away by Nolissa Smith. Nolissa Smith, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Double-double by her. Lou Samuelson, hand off Clark. Kick out to the corner, back to Clark at the wing. Clark working on Sims 101 around the perimeter. Clark, top of the key, lobs it off to the free throw circle. Jumper, 15-footer, swoosh! It's good for the J. Aaliyah Boston delivers in the 15-foot straightaway at the free throw circle. Caitlin Clark, 11th assist of the night. 17 points, 11 assists, 4 rebounds for Clark right now. Jumper at the wing, got it. Number 4 for Dallas, cans the 3-ball with J.C. Sheldon. Back to back as we go back and forth, 4:10 left to go in the third. Top of the key here, it's Mitchell. Mitchell towards the left corner, flings it off the roll down. Smith soars up, Smith to the rim, no good. Rebound control by Dallas. Dallas with a possession. Under 4 minutes left to go. Lob down low, stripped, deflected, and out of bounds as that went out of bounds off of Lou Samuelson at the baseline. So this will stay Dallas ball. What a game here, folks. Caitlin Clark, double-double machine. Last 10 games averaging a double-double of 17 and 11. Tonight, she has got 17 and 11 with 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. A lot of contact here down low as we get a foul picked up, charged to the Fever. And Clark has played this entire game foul-free right now for Caitlin Clark. So 0 personal fouls this entire game by Clark, by the way. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 11 assists for Caitlin Clark right now at the moment. An amazing battle. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you'd like to be notified as well for future live streams. Aaliyah Boston just picked up her 3rd personal foul. As Boston heads towards the bench, we'll have a timeout here taken on the floor for the Fever. Fever's going to challenge this last foul call called on Boston. So Boston just picked up her 3rd, and I'm going to take the timeout here briefly on the floor. Indiana's challenging the shooting foul committed by Boston. Off the shot attempt by Ogumbawale. Yeah, that looks pretty clean on the contest right there from the first replay. Let's see. That looks minimal. That looks very, very minimal. We'll see if Indiana's able to get this foul rescinded by Boston. Initial call, shooting foul picked up, charge to Aaliyah Boston. Jim, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Next stream will probably be the WNBA All-Star Game on Saturday. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. I'm hoping to be back live for that one. That'll be on Saturday night, so feel free to join it if you guys would like. Team at WNBA with Caitlin Clark taking on Team USA. Yeah, she leads the league in assists. That's just the really just underrated part of her game, because everybody talks about the threes that she drills, but just her vision on the court and her playmaking is just phenomenal. for Caitlin Clark. Like, what a big difference that it makes when she's got the ball in her hands constantly. Like, we see her usage here constantly tonight with Clark. It wasn't like that starting off the season. The first 10 games, the head coach hadn't been playing her that much with the basketball. She kept on playing off the ball. That's not what she's used to. She's going to get the ball in her hands, facilitating the offense throughout the large majority of possessions, and that's exactly what's happened tonight here. And man, she has really gotten her team right back into this game. 17 points, 11 assists, and a lot of those assists have been over to Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah Boston has really stepped it up too with her scoring, and big reason why has been because of the playmaking of Caitlin Clark, finding Boston down low for the baskets. Hey, thanks so much for the sub, Jim. Really appreciate it, man. They're still looking at this one right now at the monitor. Yeah, she's only got 6 right now for Mitchell. So we got 3:48 left to go in the third. And they have taken that foul back, actually. So non-shooting foul here committed by Aaliyah Boston. So her foul gets taken back for Boston, and Dallas gets the inbound. The Wings have possession. The lob goes to the low block. Passing down low, and a layup is made for Dallas. That is Kalani Brown, number 21, who just scored inside the low post. 5-point advantage for the Wings. Caitlin Clark's played this entire game. Crossover by Clark, and reaching in and committing the foul was J.C. Sheldon, who was defending Clark. So Clark has played this entire game. Far side of the floor, Clark the inbound passer. 14 in the shot clock. Bounce pass. Open, cutting to the hoop, and a layup. What a beautiful pass off the inbound by Clark. Statted as another assist, 17 and 12 assists. Right now for Clark, finding the driving Damaris Dantas, who scores the layup. 3-point game. Dallas couldn't handle the ball properly as it sails out of bounds. Off the fingertips of Monique Billings out of bounds. Indiana's got all the momentum right now. Fever get the inbound. Clark brings it up the floor. Sends it off to the wing. That's into the hands of Dantas. Dantas looking to hand it off to Clark. Bobbled it, got it back though. Clark circles around, outside to the top. Spin move, up to the free throw circle. Jumper, no good. Missed off the background by Nalissa Smith, and the rebound controlled by Dallas. 2:40 left to go in the third. Back and forth we go here in a 3-point game. Ogunbowale. Handoff around the perimeter off to Odyssey Sims. Those are the 2 key players so far tonight for the Wings. Sims, jump over Clark, 15-footer straight away. Great contest by Clark. And the defensive rebound controlled by Nalissa Smith of Indiana. Clark has it at the top. Clark, top of the key off the screen set by Smith. Clark, bounce pass off the roll down. Smith underneath Smith. And she scores up and in with a right-hand layup. 13th assist of the night off the up fake by Caitlin Clark. 1-point game right now, approaching 2 minutes left to go in the third. Phenomenal. Caitlin Clark, 1 more assist. She will have a new career high in the WNBA. Top of the key, Agumbawale dribbles towards her left. Bounce pass to Billings around the perimeter. Billings towards her right. 5 of the shot clock. Lobs it over to Agumbawale. 3 seconds in the shot clock. Agumbawale fires the pass. Billings, jumper. Couldn't get it off in time. That's a shot clock violation for the Wings. Turnover by Dallas as Indiana digging right into their defense in this game. They trail by 16 points, and now they're winning one. Comeback kids all over again, once again today. 13 assists, tying a career high, and we're still in the third quarter here for Caitlin Clark. Clark at the edge of the midcourt logo. Clark dribbles up. Clark drives downhill to the rim, floats it in, and she's got it a drop. Good for 2 as it bounces off the rim for the bucket. 69-68. Caitlin Clark, 19 points, 13 assists tonight. Minute 20 left to go in the third. A 3 bricked off the back rim by Agumbawale, but we have a foul picked up, charged to Samuelson here. Caitlin Clark. Incredible performance tonight, bouncing back in a big way. 9th double-double this season, 8 for 15 shooting from the floor tonight and finding all the gaps in the Dallas defense. This will be 3 shots here at the free throw line with Agumbawale as she got fouled behind the 3-point arc by Katie Lou Samuelson. First free throw she missed, though. Second shot here, that is good. 69 even. Yeah, I removed those comments from earlier. I don't know if those were typos. They were tough to understand, but could have led to some bad words there in the chat if they hadn't ended up being typos. So I just removed those. I don't know what he was about to say. That's a turnover, and there's a bad pass committed there by Alexi Hull. Stolen away by Dallas. Bounce pass underneath, trying to tiptoe the baseline, and Dallas travels with it. Turnover committed by Natasha Howard as she traveled with the basketball at the baseline. 1:04 left to go in the third. What a battle tonight. We might need some extra time tonight in this game to decide who wins this one. Inbound goes to Clark. Clark crosses the midcourt logo. She's defended by Uzan, 101, out on top of the 3. Left it off the back rim, no good. Missed the mark by Dantos as Dallas secures the defensive rebounds. A lot of dribbling here at the elbow. Rising for the jumper. Deep 2. Swoosh. Arike Agumbawale having a big game today as she is up to 20. Knocking down the deep 2 jumper to left elbow. Clark, 30-footer straight away, takes it. Off the rim, no good. And a really good look, but couldn't set it down. Off the rim, short miss by Clark. 25 seconds left to go in the third. Dallas will slow down tempo. 5-second differential, shot clock and game clock to close out the end of the third quarter. 15 in the game clock, 10 in the shot clock. The Wings with a possession. Edge of the midcourt logo. Goes outside to Uzan. Uzan with a 3 over Clark. Came off the rim. Short. Tipped up in the air. Tapped over to Mitchell for the defensive rebound. Up the floor. Clark. 3 seconds left to go. Clark dribbles up at the elbow. Floats up the shots. And she got bumped into. So Caitlin Clark bumped into with 1.2 seconds left to go on the clock. And that is a foul to give there by Dallas. So not in the bonus just yet for Indiana, I believe. But referee's discussing right now, was it on the transition for a transition take, because that would send her to the free throw line, but I believe they're going to set it up here as an inbound. Yeah, they will set it up as an inbound. So this will be set up for, oh no, actually they're looking to set it up as an inbound, but will there be free throws here coming up? Chippiness towards Dallas's bench, and yeah, they were unhappy. The referees called it a transition take foul, and Caitlin Clark buries the free throw. So 1 free throw awarded to Caitlin Clark as that was ruled a transition take foul charged to Dallas on J.C. Sheldon with 1.2 seconds left to go. Remember that tonight. If Dallas loses this game by 1, that transition take foul is going to be costly. Inbound, jumper misfired by Indiana. No good at the buzzer. We close out at the end of the third, and it's a 2-point game. 72-70 right now. Caitlin Clark, 20 points, 13 assists, 4 rebounds, closing out the end of the third quarter. What a battle we have between these two teams tonight. What a game. Coming right down to the wire. That's a huge call on the floor with that transition take foul. Arike Ogunbowale, 20 points, 18th game with 20 points or greater this season. And both of these teams are leaving it all on the line tonight. The Dallas Wings came into this game with just 5 total victories this season. That is the worst record in the WNBA at 5-19. Yeah, wow, they're playing their hearts out tonight. Like, this does not look like a 5-win team whatsoever tonight. They've controlled this entire game. They've been up, but what Indiana Fever put together the story once again. The comeback kids, they did it against Minnesota on Sunday. Are they bound to do it once again tonight? Feel free to hit me up in the chat if you guys like the Fever to win this game. Feel free to type in the chat who you guys like to win here, Fever or Wings for this one right now. And also I get that poll out in the chat. Caitlin Clark's got 20, so 39% put 20 to 29, and she's right now got 20, so we'll see if that sticks. Only 4% plus put 30 plus, but 10 to 19, that is now done with for Caitlin Clark. That was more than half voted for 10 for 19, which she averages around 16.7 points per game for her. She has got 20. Right now for Caitlin Clark at the end of 3 quarters. And she was on pace for 28 at halftime. She had 14 at the half. She had a slow start to begin today for her. She had just 4 points in the first quarter. She had 10 points in the second quarter. She had 14 at halftime, scored an additional 6 in the third quarter for Caitlin Clark. Hey, what's good? Andrew in the stream. Welcome back in, man. Hope all is going well. Yeah, things been going pretty well, man. Aaliyah Boston, huge game by her today. 22.7 rebounds. She has really stepped it up lately. 13 by Nalissa Smith. 11 rebounds as well by Smith. Kelsey Mitchell's only got 8 tonight. They've only got 4 points from the bench by Dantos. 9 combined bench points for the Wings. 7 points by Kalani Brown off the bench, and then 2 by Monique Billings off the bench. But there's basically been 2 players so far tonight that's poured in the baskets for Dallas. 39 out of the 72 combined from Ogunbowale and Sims. Arike Ogunbowale, 20 points tonight. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Odyssey Sims, 19 points with 8 assists. And then after that, Natasha Howard has 11 points and 6 assists. This has been just a pounded game inside the low post. Indiana leads points in the paint 46-40. They've really struggled from 3 today. They're only down by 2 despite shooting just 4 for 19 from 3-point range. That's crazy. What's been going on here, that they're still in this game despite shooting just 4 for 19 from 3. So struggling to make their threes, but they lead the rebound total 28-22. And they've also turned it over 5 times more than Dallas. 15 turnovers, yet they're still winning this game because their ability to score in the paint. They're attacking, they're going downhill. And also, I talked about it at halftime. Dallas shot the ball 57% from the floor going into halftime. I knew that was not sustainable. Dallas was just limited to 18 points in the third quarter. That number is down to 50% in this game. Indiana shooting the ball at 50.9%. Indiana all of a sudden has spiked up their numbers shooting-wise, and Dallas has come crashing down. And that's not a good sign for Dallas, as Indiana outscored Dallas 24-18 in the third quarter. Back to action beginning the fourth quarter. Dallas right to left in the floor with the first possession. Indiana's defense tightening it up in a big way, making their adjustments here in the second half. Inside the key, right-handed hook shot. That's a tough shot, no good. Missed off the back rim by Natasha Howard. That's just such a tough shot. Why they have to attempt that? Clark, top of the free throw circle. Over to Lou Samuelson, top of the key. Katie Lou Samuelson towards her left. Floats the pass off to Clark. Baseline dribble out in the clear. Caitlin Clark soars up, and she scores. Up and it off the backboard. Katie Lou Samuelson finding Caitlin Clark off the backdoor cutter. Clark's got 22 points. That was a beautiful cut right there to the hoop. The pass was floated over the top of the defense. Just a wide open layup jumper. 15-footer, got it. Natasha Howard drills the J. 2-point advantage for Dallas. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth. Clark crosses midcourt. Top of the key, Caitlin Clark. Bounce pass off the roll down. And the layup's there. Caitlin Clark, new career high. And WNBA total assists with 14, finding her teammate Demarius Dantas off the roll down to score. Buckets good down low for Dallas. 76-74. 24 points, 14 assists. Or 22, looking for 24 here. Fall away, Jay. Banks at home. She's got 24. Up and off the glass by Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark started to take over right now. 76-76. 8:20 left to go in the fourth. Dallas with the possession. The lob goes to the elbow. Jumper to baseline off the back rim, no good. Rebound secured for Indiana Fever. Taking up the floor. Clark having a huge game right now. Dribbles behind her back. Clark dribbles up towards her right at the elbow. Clark around towards the top of the key. Working on one defender. Slides it off to her left to Lou Samuelson. Lou Samuelson around the perimeter. Outside over to Lexi Hall. Hall drives downhill. Blocked out of bounds by McCowan. So Tierra McCowan got a piece of that ball. That stops the clock with 7:50 left to go. Caitlin Clark, 10 made field goals, 10 for 18 shooting, 13 assists as well for Caitlin Clark. She has scored or assisted on 23 out of the 31 made Indiana field goals tonight. That is just wild for Caitlin Clark. Phenomenal. $23 out of the 31 made field goals. That's almost 75% of the scoring that Caitlin Clark has been doing tonight. Either scoring or playmaking. That's almost a quarter of her team. Lexi Hall heading to the free throw line. Not a clean block according to the officials. And she goes 1 for 2 that time at the charity stripe. 7:50 left to go in the fourth. Dallas with a possession at the elbow. Handoff around the perimeter to Agumbawali, working on the hole. 1-on-1 Agumbawali, lost control of the basketball, got it back towards the near side. Slides it out on top. A lot of dribbling here by Natasha Howard, backing her way down low with a left hand, missed off the mark. Lou Samuelson collects the defensive board. Here goes Caitlin Clark up the floor. Clark, kick, corner, open three. Oh, she hits it. Bang, bang. Lexi Hall delivers in the three ball. Caitlin Clark, 15 assists tonight, baby, and a timeout taken to the floor by Dallas. 80-76. 7:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. Caitlin Clark, a career high in the WNBA with 15 assists tonight. What a game. Just out of this world playmaking for Caitlin Clark. 15 total assists at the WNBA level. Single game assist record, let's get it. Courtney Vandersloot with 18 assists back in 2020. That was against the Fever while playing for the Chicago Sky. So Courtney Vandersloot has the single game assist record 4 years ago against the Fever with 18. Caitlin Clark is just 3 assists shy from that right now. What a battle. Man, what a game by Caitlin Clark here. 24 points, 15 assists, 5 rebounds, 10 for 18 shooting, and the entire game she has played. Biggest key in this game, I feel like, outside the assist numbers, where she has combined for 75% plus of the points scoring for Indiana so far tonight. Huge takeaway from this game as well. What's kept her on the floor? 0 personal fouls. She's got no personal fouls this entire game. She's played the entire game. She's the only player today for the Fever that's played the entire game. only player in this game that's played the entire game. She's played 33 minutes out of 33 minutes so far today. Everybody else has played 32 or fewer. She's played the entire game for Caitlin Clark. Just phenomenal. Even though her threes haven't been able to go down, just 2 for 8 from the perimeter. I mean, she's found the gaps in the defense. This is the worst defense in the WNBA. And this is, right now, the 23rd game out of 25 that the Dallas Wings have allowed their opponent to 80 points or greater. They're allowing opponents to average 89-plus points per game this season. Worst defense in the entire league. And Indiana's outscoring Dallas 34-22 since the start of the second half. Indiana's going to take this game. I mean, Caitlin Clark's just unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable for Caitlin Clark. Rookies with 20 points and 10 assists in WNBA history last 4 games. Caitlin Clark 3, previous 27 seasons, just 1 with Angel McCoughtry. Back to action. 4-point lead. Wings with a possession. Stolen away. Lexi Hall jumps the lead, picks up the steal. Hall takes the distance, and she scores up and off the glass with a layup. Largest lead of the game for Indiana. 6-point advantage. Indiana on an 8-zip run last minute and 45 seconds. Bounce pass down low. Dallas scores +1. Covered up at the free throw line with Kalani Brown. So Brown, a major basket right there. Pulls within 4 for the Wings currently. Kathy, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you here for being a part of the stream. Caitlin Clark's got 24 points. She's got a career-high 15 assists. She is 3 assists away from tying the WNBA WNBA assist record with 18, which was set by Courtney Vandersloot in 2020. 15 assists tonight for Caitlin Clark right now. 6:48 left to go in this game. Missed free throw by the Wings. Rebound by the Fever. Caitlin Clark just picked up a rebound. She's got 5 boards. Top of the key. Into the hands to Lexi Hall. Hall towards her left around the perimeter. At the wing. Hall. Bounce pass top of the key. Back to Clark. Clark at the left wing. Clark dribbles up. Clark floats the pass down low underneath Hall. 2 in the shot clock. Hall outside to the top. A 3. Taken. And that'll be a shot clock violation charged to Indiana. So could not get the shot off in time. Was Damaris Dantes, and it goes right back over to Dallas. That's the only thing that's hurt the Fever tonight. Way too many turnovers with 16. 11 turnovers by Dallas, 16 turnovers by Indiana with 6:20 left to play. Wings with the possession. Top of the key for Dallas. Outside, it goes around the perimeter. Number 24, Arike Ogunbowale has it. Fires the pass over to the left wing and the outside. Dribble, drive, inside, and it's good in the buckets. Odyssey Sims having a huge game today. Pulls within 2 for Dallas. Under 6 minutes left. Clark towards her left. Clark has an opening. Caitlin Clark with a 3. Off the mark, no good. And a wide open look, but couldn't set it down. 2-point game. Outlet pass ahead of the pack. 1 dribble, and she scores. Up and off the glass. Dallas ties the game. 82-82, and they over till it's over. The timeout taken on the floor by the Fever. Dallas, it looked like they were losing it completely as Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever had all the momentum in this game, but here come the Wings. We are tied up with 5:49 left to go in the fourth as we take the timeout. What a battle tonight here. We got 80 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover basketball action on the channel play-by-play. WNBA streams. Have been covering the WNBA for like the last month, and the viewership's been going off the rails lately. So hoping to cover much more streams coming up in the future after the Olympic break. I also cover NBA streams, college basketball as well. So keep on coming back and being a part of the channel. This Saturday, I'm planning to cover the WNBA All-Star Game as well. So if you guys would like to come on back on Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for the WNBA All-Star Game, feel free to do so. Team WNBA will take on Team USA. Caitlin Clark, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 15 assists right now for Caitlin Clark. Phenomenal. She is 10 for 19 shooting. Scored or assisted on 25 out of 33 made field goals. She has scored or assisted on over 75% of the team's scoring tonight for Caitlin Clark. Just absolutely special for Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston, 22.7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 13 points, 11 boards by Nalissa Smith. Those three have come up big today. Kelsey Mitchell with 8. Dallas, 5 players in double figures. For Dallas, Odyssey Sims with 21 points and 8 assists. Arike Ogunbowale, 20 points. 13 points by Natasha Howard, 11 off the bench by Kalani Brown, 10 by Tiara McCowan. This has been a battle right now. This Dallas team has only got a record of 5-19. Certainly, they have not looked that way tonight. They found their stroke and they found their shot early on in this game for Dallas, and this looks much better than a 5-win team at this point this season. Yeah, she's been really good lately for Aaliyah Boston. .549 left to go. 15 assists, career high for Caitlin Clark. 3 shy from tying the WNBA assist record in a single game with 18. The Fever came into this game. They were a 3.5-point favorite this morning. They came into the game as a 4.5-point favorite right before tip-off, but it was 3.5 this morning. Back to action here. Indiana with a possession. Clark has played the entire game with 0 personal fouls, by the way. Kelsey Mitchell, bounce pass to the top off to Boston. Boston towards her left, dribbles around the perimeter. 5.5 left to go. Hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell with 8, looking for double figures. Mitchell inside the key, sneaks around. Mitchell at the shot clock, and she scores up and in, looking like Houdini with a left-hand layup. Kelsey Mitchell, what a way to get up to 10 points in this game now. Looked like she was stuck. It looked like Dallas was about to force the tie-up, and then Mitchell, out of nowhere, just soars up with a left hand, scoops it up and in off the glass for the layup. Corner 3. It is buried by J.C. Sheldon to take the lead for the Wings. 85-84, 5 minutes left to go. Sheldon's got 8 points. Clark crosses the midcourt logo. Clark dribbles up to the elbow. Clark circles around, bounce pass. Boston, spin move underneath Boston, and she scores up and in off the backboard. 16th assist of the game tonight for Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston with 24 points. Back and forth. What a game to the final moments of this one here. Odyssey Sims, kick out to the wing, catch and fire 3. Sevgi Uzin delivers in the triple. What a big game here for both of these teams. 88-86. That's actually number 4, J.C. Sheldon, who scored not number 1 with Uzin. Underneath an open layup scored by Boston. She has got 26. 88 even. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a game between these two teams. Dallas with the possession. Clark tried to go for the steal. She gambled. Dribble, drive, attack inside the paint. Missed layup, no good. Left it off the glass, too strong by Sims. Putback is there for 2, though, for the bucket by Dallas. 2-point advantage for the Wings. Indiana with a ball. Wide open 3 from the corner. Lexi Hull, no good. Had an excellent look, uncontested, but could not make it from the corner. Ogunbowale inside the key, blocked by Boston, looking for the foul call, couldn't get it. She's not back on the floor defensively. 5-on-4, bounce pass, Clark off to her teammates. Huge rejection out of bounds. Nalissa Smith in transition, soaring up to the rim, and she gets denied at the rim by Natasha Howard here. Howard coming in right from behind, and she denies. Nalissa Smith, and the basketball also went off of Smith last. It went off the glass, ricocheted right back down to Smith, and it went out of bounds off of Smith. So this is Dallas ball. Huge defensive stand by Howard for her second block of the game. Inside the key, Howard has it at the baseline. Bounce pass around the perimeter, back over to Howard. Howard working on one defender, 1-on-1, taking on Dantos. Her shot comes up way short, and Indiana comes up with the ball. Clark up the floor. Clark floats it up over the top for Boston. A fake, and she scores up and off the backboard for the buckets. 90, Caitlin Clark. 18 total assists. Ties the WNBA record for Caitlin Clark tonight. 24 points, 18 assists, 6 rebounds. Ties the WNBA record. Incredible. 2:45 left to go. Dallas with a possession. Out to the wing for the Wings. Out the top of the key. They'll jack up a 3. Off the back rim. It drops in though for the triple. And Dallas takes a 3-point lead. Oh man, what a game. Clark at the top here. Slowing down tempo. Trailing by 3, Clark, dribble, drive, floats it out to the wing, catching fire, looking for the record, and she hits it! Bang, bang, baby! Caitlin Clark, WNBA assist record with 19! Bang, bang, and a 3 by Kelsey Mitchell! 2:10 left to go. Caitlin Clark with a record tonight here, folks. 19 total assists, a new WNBA record. Corner 3, missed over the cylinder, no good by Dallas. Here goes Indiana. At the left corner perimeter. Circling around, it's Mitchell. Slides it on top over to Clark with 19 total assists. Clark looking for 20. Clark at the wing. Clark gets fouled. Reach and foul committed by Dallas with a foul to give. It will stop the clock with 1:47. What a game. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. If you're just joining in, Caitlin Clark has the new WNBA record for 19 total assists today. Looking for 20. Clark has it. Top of the key off the inbound. 1:40 left to go. Clark fires the pass down low. Boston slipped. Lost it. It's a turnover. In transition, here goes Dallas, and Clark gives her first personal foul of the night. And now stop the clock with 1:32 left to go. And Dallas here will head to the free throw line. Next time around, Indiana will be in the bonus. What a game. Here's Caitlin Clark's video game-esque numbers tonight. 24 points, 19 assists, 6 rebounds, 10 for 19 shooting. She has played the entire game. By the way, for Caitlin Clark, just picked up her first personal foul with 1:32 left to go. Vegas, what's good? Welcome in, man. This has been a phenomenal game. First free throw is good by Dallas. 94-93. I'll be back on Saturday night covering the WNBA All-Star Game. It will be Team WNBA with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese versus Team USA. Man, how in the world did Caitlin Clark not get on Team USA? What a massive snub right there. The assist leader in the WNBA. She's going to be over 8 assists per game for her season average after the conclusion of this game. She's got 19 assists right now. Clark floats it off to Boston. Top of the free throw circle. Outside over to Lou Samuelson. Hand off Clark. Over to Lou Samuelson looking for 20 total assists. Lou Samuelson with a 3 missed off the rim. No good. Out of bounds. Last touched off of Hall. That's out of bounds off Indiana. This will be Dallas ball with 1:10 left to go. 1:10 remaining. What a battle. If you joined in on the stream tonight, you saw Caitlin Clark make WNBA history tonight with 19 assists. A WNBA record at the moment. We're down to the final minute left to go. Dallas with a possession. Left wing perimeter with the basketball. It is Odyssey Sims. Hands it off to Agumbawale. Dribbles up for the shot clock. Agumbawale lost control of the basketball. Has to get it off. Did she get it off in time? She did. Off the turnaround jumper. Unbelievable shot by Enrique. Knocks it down for 2 and a timeout taken to the floor by the Fever with 44 seconds remaining. Man, the Dallas Wings came into this game with a record of 5-15. No way, they're playing like a 5-win team in this game today. That was an unbelievable shot. Enrique lost the handle, got it back as the shot clock was about to expire. Went up into a turnaround J and made it for the deep 2. Right as the shot clock expired, a split second. We'll see here. This is under an official review right now by the officials. So the officials are looking at this, whether Agumbawale will be credited for the baskets. This is under an official review. She lost it, got it back, won in the shot clock. That's 1 when it gets released. I think that's off in time. That looks to appear to be. Yeah, 0. When it hits 0, there's a tad of space. There's like a foot of space right there. When it hits 0, that should count. That is unbelievable if it counts right there. Looks like, from my view, when it froze up, there was like a foot of space in between the basketball and their fingers for Agumbawale. They are reviewing this right now, looking at this one at the monitor. What a game. Yeah, haven't been there in a while, Vegas. Definitely gotta go back to Buffalo Wild Wings sometime. My local Buffalo Wild Wings is right next to Burlington Coat Factory. Got a lot of good closeout over there that I usually get like a lot of my dress shirts and stuff that they wear for work over at Burlington. A lot of good bargains over there. It's right next door, so haven't been in a while, but definitely gotta go sometime as well. The Wings of Dallas are flying. I legit thought that they were done. I thought they were done in this game. Dallas got outscored in the third quarter, 24-18. Indiana, in the early stretch, started to build up their lead. And it looked like the Fever were going to take this game. Holy smokes, just a resilient Dallas squad. 1 second. Yeah, that's off. That's a foot of distance in between the basketball and the fingers. This ball should count. When it hits 0, there is space. There is space. That is not stuck on the fingertips when it hits 0. This ball should count. This should be a bucket by Agumbawale. What a game. Yep, I think I jinxed the Fever today. Stunning to see them down by 4 points. This is a building block here for Dallas. Like, looking at the numbers, I thought this Dallas defense was horrific, especially defensively. But man, can they score? They can score points. 97-93. 44.6 seconds left to go. That basket counted by Agumbawale. That is an unbelievable shot she made off the turnaround shot at the buzzer as the shot clock expired. This will be an inbound coming up for Indiana. If you really enjoy the content, feel free to come back for more streams in the future. Smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Caitlin Clark gets the inbound to the backcourt, trailing by 4. Got to get something urgently here for Clark and the Fever. Clark lost the handle off the spin move. Oh, she turned it over as we get a tie up here on the floor. As Caitlin Clark turned it over, quick up the floor in transition. And the Wings pounced on it, and actually this will be Dallas basketball as Indiana could not tie up Dallas in time. Odyssey Sims pounces on the loose ball, calls the timeout in time before Indiana was able to get a defender on top and force a tie-up. So this will be Dallas basketball with 35.4 seconds remaining. Timeout on the floor taken by Dallas. Down to 1 timeout left for Dallas. Indiana with 2 timeouts left still. Man, that is crushing right there for Caitlin Clark. Just phenomenal game for her today, but time's ticking down right now. They're really going to need a stop very, very quickly. Not only a stop, you're looking at a forced turnover. That's what you're looking at there. That's our 5th turnover tonight for Clark. Came at the worst time possible. 19 assists by Clark, the WNBA record, but, I mean, how sweet would that be when it comes with a victory? I mean, that's tough. It's going to get overshadowed by a loss unless they make a miraculous comeback here. And it all starts by a steal. You gotta steal the basketball off the inbound here. Steal and bucket somehow off the inbound you're looking for if you're Caitlin Clark and the Fever. (97-93), 35.4 seconds left to go. It's all about how you finish, not about how you start. It's all about how you finish and make game-winning plays, and you're going to need one here on the defensive side of the floor if you're Indiana. In the backcourt for Dallas, they will look to see if they can get the inbound. 35.4 seconds left to go. Dallas inbounds it all the way in the backcourt to Agumbawale. 32 seconds left to go. Arike sends it off, crossing midcourt to her teammate, as that is J.C. Sheldon. Back to Agumbawale, and a foul given here by Mitchell. Clock will stop with 24.3 seconds left to go, and Arike Agumbawale will shoot 2 at the free throw line for the Wings. So 2 free throws coming up here by Dallas. Dallas with a 4-point lead, and the first one's good. Agumbawale, huge game alongside Odyssey Sims. Both of them an amazing duo today. Combined for 48 points out of the 99 right now. 24-9 for points and assists by Odyssey Sims. 24-9 is a free throw, or 24-7 for points and assists for Arike Agumbawale, alongside 7 rebounds as well and 3 steals. Free throw number 2 is good. Timeout on the floor by the Fever. They have 1 timeout left. Yeah, this is not looking too well for the Fever right now in this game. It's going to be a tough one here. But 99-93. Caitlin Clark, though, with a record tonight, 19 assists. Usually, when a player reaches a record, it always, for the most part, like 95% of the time, most likely results in a win for their team. This is not looking like the case tonight, as we're down to 24 seconds left in a 6-point deficit for the Fever. So this is very odd. Odd-like game tonight. And you can look back on this one. It's all about turnovers. The issue for the Fever tonight was turnovers. Clark with a brutal turnover with 35 seconds left, but you can't blame that one turnover on Clark. I mean, she had 19 assists, the WNBA record tonight, and it just came at the worst time possible. The Fever did everything possible to set them up and win this game. 62-50 points in the paint, plus 12 points in the paint, 7-4. They led the blocks column tonight, 53.5%. They led the shots to 51.3% by Dallas tonight, but what was the issue tonight is that they went 6 for 25 from three-point range, and the real reason why they're going to lose this game is because of 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers by Indiana to just 11 by Dallas, and Dallas scored 28 points off of those Indiana turnovers. Indiana played one of their worst ball-handling games all this season, trying to keep the ball out in front, even though they had 26 assists, with 19 of those coming in the hands of Clark. They struggled with the basketball and turned it over 17 times, resulting in 28 points scored off of those turnovers by Dallas. Missed 3 off the inbound by Indiana. Dallas came up with a rebound. Indiana fouls, and this will send Dallas to the free throw line, shooting 2 in the bonus with 17.5 seconds left. So even though Caitlin Clark has the record, the body language on Caitlin Clark not showing it right now, as she's not here to stat pat. She is all about winning and getting her team the W, and tonight they're about to drop this game against the worst team in the league, and there's still lots of stuff to be admired for the Indiana Fever, but for the Dallas Wings, this is a huge building block for them right now. Worst team in the league entering tonight, and they came to play. Yep, I cannot believe that. It looked like Indiana at that point was going to run away with the game. I could not believe it. Like 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Looked like clearly they were going to win this game for Indiana, and then they completely blew it wide open and lost. 17.5 seconds left to go. Right down the line, here's the turnover numbers. Nalissa Smith, 4 turnovers. Caitlin Clark had 5. She had 19 assists. 2 turnovers each by Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hall, and then 1 turnover each by Dantos, Wheeler, and Samuelson. So there's 19 assists, just overshadowed by the total team turnovers tonight, which, along with missed threes, those are the 2 that really hurt them tonight, but still, nevertheless, get to witness history tonight. Just incredible. It's kind of an odd feeling, though, because they're going to lose this game to the worst team in the league. It's just a very, very odd feeling when you rack up that many assists, you're going to win the game 95% of the time. It's like if you score like 60, 70 plus points, your team probably won the game. If your team didn't win the game, well, geez, your defense must be horrendous. If you're scoring 60 or 70 points and your team lost that game, yikes to the defense. But yeah, turnover is a major issue today in this one. 13 seconds left. Fever with a possession. Boston stuck around the perimeter. Handoff. Clark, 8 seconds. Lob over the top. Deflected. Intercepted. That's Clark's 6th turnover that she just got charged to. And that is the end of the game. 101-93. Dallas picks up a huge win. They could use this as a springboard for the rest of the season for the Wings as they pick up their 6th win. They came into today's game with a record of just 2-17 in their last 19 games after a 3-2 start for Dallas to begin the season. They had won just 2 games dating back to May 31st for Dallas, and they pick up a huge win tonight and enter the Olympic break with a 6-19 record. Indiana, tough one tonight to lose on the road to Dallas. They dropped to 11-15. Caitlin Clark, just insane game. Played an entire 40 minutes as she was responsible for approximately 75% of the team's total scoring tonight. 24 points, 19 assists. She scored or assisted on 29 out of the 38 made shots tonight for Indiana. 6 rebounds by Clark. Just a crazy game. Aaliyah Boston at 28 points she finished with. But Dallas in the end, 2 players really went off in this game for the Wings. 24 points by Oriki Agumbawale. She had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. And then 24 points and 9 assists by Odyssey Sims today in this game. Agumbawale also played the entire game, the full 40 minutes. Sims played 38 out of the 40 tonight for the Wings. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, being a part here on the stream. Next stream will probably be on Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. between the WNBA All-Star game between Team WNBA versus Team USA. Caitlin Clark got snubbed from Team USA, so she's playing on Team WNBA alongside Angel Reese. That should be interesting to watch. So that's my next stream that I plan on doing. Will be on Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Thanks all for joining in. We got to witness history tonight in this game. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA record with 19 total assists. Just an odd feeling tonight because they ended up losing the game today as they allowed 101 points to Dallas. Dallas, just incredible shot making, especially from 3. They shot the ball 45% from 3-point range today for the Dallas Wings in this one. Huge game by Sims and Agumbawale for Dallas. Thanks for joining in. Smash the thumbs up before I wrap up here, and feel free to hit that subscribe and ring the notification bell too to be notified for future live streams. And we're going to close out here to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajip, I Am Ghost, David, Asia, Paul, Cree Jedi, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Jeffrey, Vegas, Barco, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Daniel, Ian, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Guido, Tristan, Chuck, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, Melinda, Jack City, Shalimar, Iceberg Slim 38, Matthew M. Stone, Miles Davis, and We Are Living in a Great Depression. Thanks all for joining in, being a part in the stream tonight for this one, as the Dallas Wings pull off the win 101-93. That's only their 3rd win since May 31st as a team. Caitlin Clark, record-setting night with 19 assists, WNBA record, but in the end, not enough as the Wings win 101-93. Thanks for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night, everybody.